we had just met Percy here in the arcade, and we were working on our first day as the floor attendant, and there were still some issues to clean up on the floor. So that's where we were at. And so that we had our 3. Let's see here. I had just picked to go investigate what was happening at Fist of Discomfort. Fist of Discomfort was the esports, the big esports kind of game. You know, kind of, I guess, kind of League of Legends-y, kind of, you know, fighting game kind of stuff. Anyway, there's a lot of shouting coming from the center of arcade where Fist of Discomfort is being played. I remember Iris telling me all about it earlier today while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, F-O-D, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. Wow, that's a lot of moolah. And how? So, how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down to the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchased items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer elegance in its simplicity, the way the different game systems interweave to form one masterpiece of esports perfection. So, summon good ninjas, punch bad ninjas, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action and strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting right now, but all I care about is dealing with the loudmouths currently playing the game. The closer I get, the louder the yelling gets. And most of these are words that,
What the f***?
Alright, so, in keeping up with our context from last time, anytime that there's an actual curse word, we're replacing it with a year, and anytime that there is a X out time, we're putting in an actual curse word. So, what in the actual 1987 was that? No, those are definitely all the words that my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be 2005ing me. There is no 1998ing way that this is even plausible. Those hitboxes don't even 1972 and connect. 1990 this game. 1990 it all night long. Get wrecked, says Rando. Wow, Rando Calrissian. Like, I don't get too many references of stuff, but I got that one. Get wrecked. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up a little something extra special for you. I've been baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention that I bought an extra Ultimate Technique scroll from my dojo? Whoops, my bee. Wait, what? You haven't been farming. How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. Take this 5-fold 1992ing exploding death claw technique. How did you defeat me? No! I love the animation there. Oh my god, that was so great, adorable. No!
Oh, GG.
GG, fodder. Okay, she is good at this game. She knows all the techniques and stuff.
Can defeat me, Queen Bee.
Queen Bee. Even her shirt is like a honeycomb kind of thing. My dry eyes, painfully blinking, makes me realize that I have been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was sucked in. I could not tear my eyes away. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was the guy's face.
Kid, what are you staring at?
Well, I'm sorry that
Never
this.
seen a champion of my caliber before?
So she's top tier. Oh, seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I ought to take a moment and collect my thoughts. From what I've somehow gathered, she goes by Queen Bee. That jacket identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. Isn't L7, wasn't that a musical group as well back in the 90s? I think so. They did a song like "And We Pretend That We're Dead." Very, very 90s. And she is the most direct, fierce person I have met all day. That's saying a lot, considering who I've run into so far. She would be fun to hang around. Ugh, why so rude, though? What a sore winner. Well, obviously she's going to be another regular here. But I need to find a way to tone down the language. Sore winner? I don't think that was a sore winner. I think that was her not being happy with the game mechanics. I wouldn't quite go as far as to call her a sore winner, but I mean, this would be very intense, very exciting to hang around with for sure. With that level of excitement always gushing out, I can only imagine how much enjoyment she gets out of life. What can I say? People love winning, and it seems like she wins a lot. At least between bursts of... What did Iris call this? Saltiness? Yeah, I could say... Okay.
And they are weird and quite-like. It's creepy.
Alright, I can see the saltiness coming in here now. She snaps her fingers to grab my
Are you
attention.
gonna quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
From what I've seen, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player of this game. No. Nope. No thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
Yes, and what's your job? Hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here. Shh. I enforce arcade law within this noble... Oh, that is not going to work with her. That is not going to work with her. No. I've been trying to go kind of the vanilla route on some of these people. This one's a definite nope. Like... If you just say I enforce arcade law, that is no. You know, it was something like, hey, I'm working here right now, and we noticed there was a lot of swearing going on, more so than usual. I think that would be an okay approach here. But, definitely not the jokey one. I'm going to take the top one here, because if she's being salty, I'm going to have to do a little bit of... Make it worse here. The gutsy attack. That damn... 1996 right, I am the new floor attendant. And if you're not careful with your snark, I can show you to the exit. Oh, you're a cute one. Sassy. And direct.
Hey, they haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
Good thing, yeah, remember? Yeah, remember we were discussing that earlier? I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Augie. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take them time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. What the hell am I talking about? Nah, Gavin is just slacking big time. Okay. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks. No problem. We gamers gotta stick together.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Agro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
Nice. So she's actually got like some sponsorship going on here. That's great. I figured that when you put your arms over your head, it cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee!"
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here. Besides Purpur and Teo. We have not met Teo yet. So, you'll be seeing a lot of me in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Oh great, now she's even making my job into a competition. I hope there isn't a betting pool too. You look like a smart kid. You've seen one of my mini streams on the internet, right? Can't say I have. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you call a small yet formidable apartment a rock, yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to the darkness that is the internet. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Ooh, I would like to learn. Will it hurt or traumatize me? Sure, yeah. You know, you've already... I'm not saying we have to take the Queen Bee route immediately, but yeah, if you're working here, you need to learn more about the games. Well, it is part of my job to know about all the games here. That's my thinking here. And if Queen Bee is going to give me some insight on the culture around this game, I should take advantage of that. Lead me farther in the dark abyss, my mistress.
Yeah.
Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me closer to the Fist of Discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech that she has rigged up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of equipment, webcams, and mics and stuff. That webcam there, it broadcasts on my own personal PC back home, which then streams my matches live to all of my fans. The chat room appears here on my phone. Costs a little bit to put everything together, and it takes like a half an hour to rig up and test each morning, but after doing this for a couple of years, it's easy peasy. Aside from Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer to stream from the Funplex than from home. There is so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Wait, are you broadcasting like live right now? Or are we live right now?
No way.
1993, no. That was part of my warm-up matches. I've got a pretty big tournament coming up, so I try to get in as much practice as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. Or, as in, FOD, F-O-D, or, chum. Lunch meat. Scrubs. Losers. I think I've got the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of her eye and glances around to the arcade floor. She gives me a nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? Iris says, at the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern.
Beep, beep. What the?
Oh, 1993. I gotta go live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell, but we'll chat later, alright? Sure, one thing, can you keep this swearing down? At least a little? We've got kids around here, and I don't want to get in trouble with Gavin. I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Him? Meh. But for you, I'll keep it PG-13. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick. Later. Alright, take no guff kind of thing. When with a wave and a twirl, she abandons me and returns to her FOD game. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Passion seems to run deep in this arcade. Everybody's spirits burning with passion for, well, various things, but hey, passion is passion. She seems to like me, which will make my job easier in the long run. There's a huge FOD community in this arcade, despite being a tiny strip mall joint. Good to know. Alright, what they handle last is the crowd around the Showtime stage, which is now Teo, which is like the DDR machine. I don't think we're actually going to play any of these games, which kind of makes me sad. But, we're playing a game about an arcade, which is fine. In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. Rowdier, too. This has got to be against some kind of fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way, pave my own path for safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. Ooh, this sounds good. It's an auditory flashback right to 1980 fuck. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a fair amount of space to actually play. Showtime Stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit, says Iris. It uses motion tracking sensors hidden beneath the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Augie? I had my dance fever shot at the doctor's office earlier this season. I'm good. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat! And now we have... Yeah, I did. You're doing great. Alright, we got Teo. We got this other person here. They're even, like, matched up color-wise. That's actually really impressive. Remember last month you could not even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and maybe I'll surpass you. I hope you do. And when you do, you can be the one that brings in new dancers and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from a Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping again. Hey, it's a catchy song, can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when all of a sudden I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
Hi, Teo. Yeah, we figured already that this was Teo. How about you? Do you want to take the spotlight? Hi, Teo. Whoa! 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 Hey, everybody! Everybody joining in. Okay, so I'm meeting Teo right now, and Teo's like, "Do you want to dance?" And because he's like, he plays the DDR games, and I don't like this choice of what in public. No, I don't like that choice. That's getting way too ahead of stuff. Sure, let's dance. Back when I was stomping around on dance mat games as a kid, they had arrows. I'm not sure I'd even know how to play this one, but it caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird game, and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down on my bad self, I think I should know a little bit more exactly about what this entails, about what that entails. Plus, I'm used to playing these games solo, less chance of stomping on anyone else's foot in the way. Tis a valid point. Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a guy such as yourself? Oh. You caught my eye the moment you walked over. Oh.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yes. Yes, very new.
My name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Matthew, yeah. Teo is the best! Greatest guy, says the Boogie Woogie Rando. He's sort of like our leader, yeah, says the Wallflower Rando.
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
Aww. Humble brag. He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Teo, hello!
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close.
Huh.
I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang.
Aw, that's cute. I get to be part of a gang.
So, what do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
I would love to, but I'm working right now. Teo outstretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. Go for it, politely decline, shake your head no. I've got to politely decline because I'm working. I can't just say, let's go for it. You know. Forget about, like, I might get in trouble from Gavin, or... Yeah, I probably get in trouble from Gavin if I actually want to go for it. Politely decline, say, I'm working right now, but we can play later. Alright. The offer is hard to refuse. Dance games are fun, you know? But I can't imagine being up there dancing in front of a huge crowd. Maybe after I've played it some multiple times. Alone. In the dark. I'll give it a try eventually after I sort out the basic steps, but maybe you could teach me how this thing works? I would enjoy that. I've taught many lead-footed newbies to become master movers and shakers. No time for lessons, unfortunately. I'm on the clock right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Augie. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage now that I think about it. He's out. I'm in. It is currently year 0 of the floor attendant Augie regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Augie. I hope we get to know each other well. Hello, Teo. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime Stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of my time during these meetups, I tend to just let everyone else play. I go around to make sure that everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. This is starting to get, like, at first I was like, oh, dude, this is kind of like me with math, and then realizing that this is getting way... That's all I need in life. This is getting a little too mirrory. Which is all good, well and good, but I need to deal with this crowd. How do I handle it? Hey, want to film a workplace safety video? We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. Can you disperse your fans? No, don't say that. We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. That's fine. We are still working. But I do, I have already shown my interest in the game. So that's a start. No need to make it flashy. Like with what recording equipment? I'm not going to do that. We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes, though. I know you're having a ball, but the crowd is blocking emergency exit. By law, we have to have a path present. Can't you let it slide just this once, Teo? For me? Teo! Don't do that, no! If I let it happen once, then it's going to happen all the time. I get it, I totally get it. Your crew is passionate, and that is an awesome thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad. Could you imagine the headlines? Local arcade floor attendant trampled on first day, blood everywhere. Okay, very true. I don't want to be checking my social media tomorrow and quick to link to your obituary. We totes cannot have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was playing just finished. Teo jumps on the stage and cups his hand over his mouth. Listen! We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Aw, why? He says, complaining rando. I like my spot, says the wallflower. Hey, now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool. We have to be cool about fire safety. Be cool. Oh my god, I have not thought about that in forever. Wow. So, this was like a 90s PSA with like a talking smoke detector or something. Like, just like little hand puppet smoke detector. And he was like, well, I don't think he was the one singing it, but like he would talk and then it'd be like, be cool about fire safety. Okay. It's Augie's first day. Let's show him some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great, now I'm the party pooper. I guess I've had worse reputations. Like that one time that I had to close the pool because of that dirty bandage floating in the water. Ugh, no one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Augie's just doing his job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself in a semi-orderly fashion, as everyone settles into a safer way of watching the game. You see, social distancing, even in 20xdx. Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. They listen to him, and they have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
Awesome. As long as that dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Augie has spoken. I start to walk away from my next venture when I remember something that I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey, thanks.
No problem.
Well, I feel nice and accomplished. That was a nice progression of things. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make some new friends. I say that's pretty good for my first day. Even Gavin's got to be impressed by that, right? With all that business sorted out, it's time to leave the Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace and my work here is done. Well, actually we're a few hours from closing time, so my work isn't quite done, but you know.